and Mike is done. It depends on which side of the highway you're from or whatever.
And then Keith Luigi from Precise on the fire, they're both on the fire department.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And I thought they were coming tonight because.
Suckers.
I didn't know they were appointed.
We're not on, oh, it says we're
Oh,
on air.
now we're on air. Oh, well.
Hey, you don't have to answer, so.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Yay!
Hey, Bob show up to these things?
Usually.
Usually does.
Recording in progress.
Hey.
Hey, we got a quorum.
I thought I was,
2 minutes late.
yeah.
I was just happy that I wasn't the last one rushing in today, because that's been kind of my mode.
Guess I need to fix my clock.
Well, that's all right. I guess with that, it looks like we are ready to go, so I will call to order the Planning Commission meeting for Monday, January 10th, 2022, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I guess with that, we have the agenda in front of us. Are there any changes or anything? Nope. I guess I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
We have a motion and second. Those in favor? Aye. Alrighty. With that, we also have the meeting minutes from December 13th, 2021 in front of us.
Motion to approve minutes.
We've got a motion. Did we have a second? Did I hear? Okay, we have a motion and second. I looked through them. I didn't have any corrections or any changes. I guess all those in favor? Aye. Meeting minutes are approved. And with that, then we're on to new business, 2022 chair and vice chair nomination.
Volunteers, going once, going twice.
I,
thought that was last week, but I seen that didn't happen last week.
no, it didn't happen last time.
Who's missing? Is everyone?
Well, we
is
have
not
Bob
here, and then We
missing.
have two new members.
Yeah, so I
And
mean,
Bob
we-
can't, cause he's upright, cause he's here from the council, so he's.
yeah, he's a liaison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
guess I'm willing to act as chair if nobody else wants to.
Go, Gina, go.
I would appreciate
You're
that.
so great
I
at
don't,
it.
I have some education to learn on some of this. I will volunteer to vice, cause then I'll have my.
Your feet in the door,
Yeah,
and you
if
can do it when I'm
if
not
you can
here.
Help me out.
awesome.
So I don't know, do we need to do anything formal or anything funky for that, or?
Just a motion, I guess. Yeah, for
I
the
guess,
chair and the vice chair.
I'll make a motion that, myself, Gina Dellinger, will serve as chair, and vice chair will be, and my name is, and names are blanking on me, I'm
Carmi.
sorry. Carmi will be
Yeah.
vice chair.
Perfect.
So we've got a motion. Second. We've got a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations, folks.
Thank you for being brave.
And then we have a public hearing in front of us, variance side yard setbacks.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. So, for the Planning Commission's consideration this evening is a proposal for a variance request. So Gerald Freeler has submitted a variance request for the side yard setbacks for a property identified as 713 First Avenue Southwest. So the property is zoned R1 single family. That's the typical setbacks for side yard are 10 feet. He is proposing to be just over 8.5 feet off of both of the lot lines, side lot lines, the north and the south. So in your packets, we have the variance criteria in there. One thing to note is that the city ordinance for R1 properties does require that homes have a detached or attached garage, and that does have to be 20 by 22 feet. So with that requirement, we did sit down with Gerald and look at various different options and looked at options to try to avoid going forth with a variance. But those options essentially would render that the applicant would have to detach the garage and then put the garage towards the back. And given the area over there, most folks have attached garages, and the attached garage, I think, meets the needs a little bit better as well. It's kind of a unique house design. It's a wider home design. So with that requirement of the cities and the garage having to be a certain size, he fell just short of that required 10-foot setback. So with that, staff has prepared 2 findings of fact resolution, one to support the request and one to deny the request, and also have included the site plan and then the application materials that the applicant has provided. So with that, we would ask that the Planning Commission open a public hearing and then take a recommendation on one of those findings of facts. With that, I'd be happy to answer questions. We also have the applicant here who can also answer any questions should the commission have any.
All right. Well, with that, I guess I will open the public hearing. I don't know if the applicant would like to speak at all, or if we just want to answer questions or whatever we may have. I guess it's up to you. If you'd like to speak, please step up to the podium. If not, we'll just. Yeah.
Couple things I wanted to mention. First of all, that house that we're getting is a manufactured home, and it's normal to put the garage attached to the building. It's not normal to have it separate from it. That's one of the things. We would really prefer having it attached. I mean, it's one of the reasons we're moving from where we are, because we want an attached garage. And this whole thing started out, when we first looked at the lot, we were told it was 96 feet. First of all, that was the first thing. So, okay, that'll just fit now, we're in good shape. Then we find out it's only actually 93 and a half feet or something like that. But we've already made a couple down payments on the first time we went through this, we put $1,000 down in the lot, and we had to cancel out of that because of this requirements and stuff like that. So, and we also put $2,000 down on the building, on the house, and we had to cancel out of that. So now we're back in the process, so we made our down payments again and everything, but I just as soon not have to go out and look for another lot. It really would be to our benefit, I guess, if we could get this variance approved. And 1.5 feet doesn't sound like a lot to me. Anyway, I guess I can't think of anything else to say.
Okay. Thank you. With that, there's nobody online or anything like that for public hearing, I'm assuming. So with that, I guess we'll close the public hearing and then we can open it up for discussion. I took a look at the area out there, the houses that are out there. This house doesn't stand out as different from anything else, similar in size and things, and the attached garage is definitely consistent with what else is out in that neighborhood as well. The issue with the variance is finding that the biggest issue would be the condition that the plight of the landowner is due to the circumstances unique to the property, not created by the landowner. That's in the state ordinances, but I I think,
Where is this addition? Is it Foxmore, you said? Or is it?
Yeah,
up off
Foxmore
of Hill
Hollow.
Street, yeah.
Yep. So it's off of First Avenue Northwest?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Is there, and I don't remember, and we were working on this earlier about the fencing. What was actually finalized? Because I think we were kind of going different from the city council as far as the fencing.
Yeah, so for fencing, those ordinances, so the council never passed the final changes to the fence ordinance, so we kept those as is.
And so it's on the property line?
Yeah, so it's if you have a maintenance-free type of fence, you can go up to the lot line,
'Cause
otherwise it's a
that's
2-foot
good,
setback.
because that would have been kind of where it would have been right up to the house, but so if it's still on the property line, that's a good thing then, in this situation.
Yeah, and this lot has your standard 6-foot drainage and utility easements too. So another thing to factor in is if you had a easement that was like 10 feet, then staff wouldn't recommend that you encroach onto that easement because of utilities or whatever the purpose of that easement would be.
It's 6 feet on each side of the lot line,
Correct.
and that's the standard when this was platted. Is that
Yeah.
currently the city standard?
Correct. Yep. Yep.
That's kind of a wider one than what I'm,
Yep.
okay.
You said that there's a city ordinance that the garage is required to be 20 feet wide
20
at
by
a minimum.
22.
Yeah, yep. So that's one factor the commission could look at with the unique design of the home. You know, they could change the design of the home in that, but that would change the scope of the project and the intent of the applicant. So with that extra stipulation, that's really what puts it in the thought of having to
Unique
need
and
the
not-
variance
Unique
too.
and not the owner's, and not the property owner's fault. And that's what I had kind of seen in there as well.
Yeah.
Is the garage a modular add-on to the home? Is there any, let's say, is it stupid to consider the variance going towards making the garage a hair narrower to maintain your 10-foot setback?
Yeah, I would look at the applicant and see, you know, is it, you know, realistic that the garage can be shortened? I think that every inch and foot was counting in the design of the garage, and, you know, I guess I don't know the.
The garage is going to be constructed, so it's not a prefab garage or anything. So if we said, gotta shorten the garage by 1.5 feet, that could be done. Which all they have to do is tell the builder.
It just makes it pretty tough to park 2 cars in a 18-foot garage and not have any.
And the other thing that we'd actually probably have to do is we'd probably actually have to have them shorten the house on the other side, since the garage is right at the minimum city requirement
Right,
for.
unless the variance were on the garage requirement rather than the setback.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I guess I would make a motion to approve the variance request based on the findings of fact that we have in our packet. That resolution 2022A, that Gerald Freely, the owner, and hereinafter referred to as the applicant, applied for the variance. The matter was published and notice was given. Applicant appeared. The property is zoned R1. Ordinance requires a 10-yard setback. Applicant proposes the north and south side to be 8.66 feet. The variance is consistent with the comprehensive plan. In my opinion, it's in harmony with the purpose and intent of the ordinance. You know, it's in harmony with the areas that out there. The practical difficulties would be the city ordinance requirements for the minimum garage size. I mean, the size of the house is consistent with other homes in that area. You know, I did some rough measurements based on aerial photos, so that would be my definition of the practical difficulties. It's a reasonable use of the property. It's residential. It fits with the character. And it definitely isn't going to alter the essential character of the neighborhood. I noticed that it's planned to be garage to garage with the lot next to it, if I'm not mistaken, too, so it's not like we're gonna have a garage in somebody's window kind of a deal. So I guess I would make a motion to approve the variance, based on resolution 2022A.
Chair, should we add just another language in there just relating to the city requirements and on the garage and the
That might be
minimum?
helpful.
Yeah, okay. Staff will add that into the
Number-
resolution.
Yep, maybe under number 9.
Perfect.
So with that, I'll make that motion then, approve with that modification.
I'll second.
We have a motion and second. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor? Aye. Motion carries.
City council next week on Tuesday. Yep, 6 o'clock. Nope,
Nope, right here.
Yep.
You bet. Thank you very much. Just about. We got a couple other little things I think on the agenda, but I think we're just about there. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Any old business?
No, just the update we were kind of talking about before. We'll have 2 new planning commission members that will get appointed by the city council next Tuesday. Adam Skopaniak. I'm probably messing up.
Sapaniak, we don't know, Sapaniak, Sapaniak.
Yeah, I haven't met him yet. So, and then Keith Luigi.
I think Rick said Luigi.
Yeah, so I'm meeting with them later on this week to kind of just go through some stuff. So we should be at full capacity next meeting. So
Excellent.
yeah,
And we're not gonna throw them to the wolves as chair or vice chair, so, they're in luck this year.
we could prank them on the
Oh,
first
man.
meeting. Put it in there.
Bye-bye, before I get approved, yeah.
Make it as part of the ritual of joining the planning commission.
Any other business?
No, the only other update I guess that I'll state is that the Economic Development Authority about a month ago had a work session and talked through some different priorities. And a couple of priorities, just so the Planning Commission is aware, is continued redevelopment of downtown area. We've been seeing a lot of exciting projects happen, and we've been seeing some current residential properties convert over to the use that they're zoned for, which is that commercial downtown, specifically along Ash Street over by the post office. So we'll continue that. And then the other priority that they talked about was trying to get a boutique hotel within the downtown.
I seen that article
From WJON.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was curious of what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know what a boutique hotel is.
So, boutique hotel, when we were talking about like a 20 to maybe 30 room, smaller hotel that is something unique, as in it's not like an American Inn, Holiday Inn, stuff like that in the downtown. What they're really trying to gear towards is when you stay in St. Joe, you're gonna stay at the boutique hotel, something that states like Joetown and St. Joseph, and you can only find it here. So whether that's a reuse of a few properties or it's a tear down, build new, that's to come. We're really in the very beginning stages of just branching out and finding partners and developers and having conversations. Of course, with COVID and the whole pandemic, hotel is, we all know that it's been hard on them the last couple of years. So it's a big task, but if we can make it work, then that'd be pretty exciting. So, yeah.
I want to warn you guys, my due date is very close to the next meeting. So I'm gonna try to send an email if I'm in labor, but
Don't make us your first priority.
if I'm not
Yeah,
here
right.
and you haven't heard from me, that's probably why you haven't heard from me.
So if you have the baby at 6 o'clock, right when we're supposed to start our
Hopefully I don't
meeting,
come and then have it here.
Oh, we got two
Two firemen here, so we'll be good to go.
I think my face is turning red.
if it's a boy, you're not gonna name it Joe, right?
My husband vetoed Joe.
There you go. All right.
Well, very
Motion-
exciting. So if we don't see you, early congrats.
I'll try to send an email if I'm not gonna make it.
Whatever.
Don't worry about
The
us.
least priority.
Yeah.
You got other things going on.
Yeah.
With that, I guess I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I will second.
Motion second, meeting is adjourned.